something valuable taken away from you. Bodart Creek Reservoir is said to bring about a population growth along with new job opportunities. However, I'm here to tell you why the reservoir needs to be stopped. My dad, as well as family and friends, would be affected by the lake coming in. It will also put many people out of the hay and cattle business, including my dad. My main points are what the lake will offer to the county and also what it will take away. I will explain who and what will be affected by the lake, why the lake shouldn't be put in, and to offer up a solution to the problem. Let's evaluate the problem the lake presents and who and what will be affected by Bodart Creek Reservoir. The problem here is that several southern and western counties neighboring Fannin County are running low on clean water. The solution to the state came to the solution that the state came to was to build a 16,000-acre lake there in Fannin County because it was one of the poorest counties in Texas. The controversy is said to be a stubborn struggle between reservoir supporters and a group of farmers whose families have worked this land since the 1800s, according to Dallas News, when an article was posted by a staff member in November of 2015. You will be putting ranchers and farmers out of business. For example, an article written by Michael Young from the Dallas News was published on November 7, 2015. In the article, Wayne Reiser explained that his family had owned this land for as long as he could remember, 1893 to be exact. They grew wheat, soybeans, and cotton. Now that the lake is coming in, all this will be gone. It will be 9 feet underwater. It will basically put us out of business, Reiser stated. Water is needed in Collin, Denton, and Rockwall and Kaufman counties, neighboring counties of Fannin County, to the west and south. Why do you ask? Because within the next 50 years, they are expected to have very little clean water, and again, Fannin County was considered one of the poorest counties and therefore was a potential candidate. Over 80% of the land needed to build Bodart Creek Reservoir has been purchased by the North Texas Municipal Water District for roughly $114 million. However, the Environmental Protection Agency hasn't granted them permission because of Section 404 under the Clean Water Act. Wildlife is also another factor to consider My dad and sister, and I'm sure several other people, enjoy hunting within the 16,000 acres that are being taken from people as well as animals. Snakes, skunks, and raccoons, as well as other animals, will be forced out of their habitats and will therefore cause problems for people surrounding the lake and even people living in the more urban area. Allow me to fill you in on 2 solutions that I feel would prove to be less expensive and more effective. I know that the lake will most likely not be stopped, but there are 2 solutions to consider. A desalination plant could be built close to the coast. It wouldn't take up as much space and wouldn't put farmers and ranchers out of business. It would take water from the ocean, clean and take the salt out of the water, and then could be pipelined to the affected areas in Texas. Another alternative to consider would be to deepen already existing lakes in the area, and it would allow the lakes to hold more water, and in addition, it wouldn't take up any more space than it already has. Now let's take a glimpse at what will or will not happen if the lake was or wasn't put in. Because land has already been bought for the lake, it's hard not to see it coming in. Some people are trying to hold on to their land for as long as they can. However, it's the government, so eventually they will get their hands on it. If the lake is to come in, some people would see new opportunities and growth in population. From KXII News article written by Danielle King, which was updated in January of 2016, a man named Lackey claimed that the recreational benefits such as new lake houses, marinas, and businesses. Farmers and ranchers who will personally be affected by the lake do not see any benefits that are said to come from the lake. Land is being taken from them that has been in their families for generations, and as for those who make a living having cattle, growing crops, and baling hay, will be out of work. Wildlife will overflow in the city, and infestation of rats, snakes, and hogs can be expected. I hope my speech about why Bodot Creek Reservoir gave you a better grasp of the problems I see with the lake coming in. I told you what the problem was, how it would affect people and wildlife in the area. I then informed you of 2 alternative solutions, and lastly, I told you the effects that the lake would have if it was or wasn't built. Ready or not, the lake is coming. Prepare yourself for the new changes that will be coming to Fannin County within the next 10 years.